Hi everyone, thanks for joining me and welcome to another selection of new additions to the Gemma Redmond Vintage collection. My name's Gemma and I'm the owner of Gemma Redmond Vintage. As I mention every week, all these pieces will be being added to my website very soon, but if you'd like to find out more about them prior to them going live, you're more than welcome to get in touch. I'll provide you with further images and details, and you can also purchase if you would like to do so too. So I have a selection of 8 pieces to share with you today. We've got, in terms of colour, lots of pinks and yellows, some really nice light vibrant pieces perfect for spring and summer, but I've also got some blacks and browns in the mix too to give a little bit of contrast. In terms of date, we're going from the Victorian era, the 1800s, right through to the 1990s, so a really broad spectrum today. I'll begin first of all by sharing with you what I'm wearing, and then we'll work our way over to the tray of goodies just next to me here. So let's start with some earrings. Now, these aren't necessarily the pop of colour that I sometimes have in terms of earrings, but they are nonetheless spectacular and interesting and have such a contemporary look to them. However, they are from the 1800s. These date from the mid to late Victorian era. They're constructed from gutta percha, which is a type of natural rubber made from tree sap, and it was developed into being used for objects in the 1840s and was particularly used in jewellery making because it catered for the trend for dark coloured jewellery, black jewels, because of the mourning fascination with all things mourning and all things mourning jewellery, which predominated at that time. These earrings, as you can see from the way I've just removed them, are the pierced ears too, which is great. So they have nice long hooks, and then you can see that they are a fantastic shape. These are 2 shapes here, 3D shapes with triangular and square faces, are cuboctahedrons, and some of their faces are studded with black glass cabochons to give a sort of real sort of bobbly like effect to them. They really are an interesting pair of earrings, really stylish, and would have looked just as chic in the Victorian era as they do today. So that's my first pair of earrings to share with you today. Next, we're going to take a leap forward in time. We're going to come right up to the 1990s. This fabulous necklace is by Jean Paul Gaultier. His 90s fashion in particular is extremely collectible at the moment, so I was delighted to find this necklace. It's detailed with really big, bold rhinestones in a smoky quartz-like colour, and then glass beads along the length of the necklace. It is adjustable in length, so I'll take it off to give you a closer look at it. This piece also comes with its original box, which has a label inside for the Jean Paul Gaultier shop it was purchased from, which was in Hong Kong. It's detailed here, as you can see, with a hang tag which has the Jean Paul Gaultier logo, and you can see that it's adjustable in length with a nice open link chain. So here you can see the faceted glass beads along the sides of the necklace, and then this central design here, which is clusters of oval and round smoky quartz coloured rhinestones, sort of set within these futuristic chunky mounts. It's a great piece. And really a versatile colour. It would go with absolutely everything. Next, Florals for spring, groundbreaking, I know. Here is a fabulous 1950s, possibly West German bracelet, beaded bracelet. It's detailed with round milk glass beads in this cuff spiral-like form, and then pinks and blue and yellow moulded glass flowers, and these are studded with little beads at their centres as well in a really pretty detail. I'll take it off so you can have a closer look at it. As you can see, just coils around the wrist, so it's nice and easy to get on and fits a multitude of wrist sizes. There are a couple of the glass flowers which have become missing over time, and one bead which has become missing, but I didn't think that mattered because it is such a pretty piece, such an interesting piece, really great for summer, very typical of 1950s floral glass jewellery too. So there's a sweet 50s bracelet. Next, another sweet design. We're moving on to our first brooch of the day, which is extremely rare, collectible, interesting. This is a piece by the American company Hobe, and it's constructed from sterling and also detailed with 14-carat gold plating. It dates from the 1940s, probably 42 to 45, and it's detailed with these floral designs here. The central flower is gold plated, and then we've got these really delicate forget-me-not-like sprays of flowers on this bow that all these flower motifs are set upon. And then we've got really pretty purple and pink glass stones, bezel set and mounted. The work of the Hobe company, particularly from the 1940s, the earlier pieces, is extremely collectible and sought after, and this is a lovely piece. It's in excellent condition. As you can see, it's signed on the reverse, Hobe sterling 14-carat, and has a lovely long strong fastening pin too. It's really versatile because of the colours, it being silver and gold. It will go with anything and work anywhere, as I'm sure you can see. Next, another brooch. This piece, however, isn't from America. It is most likely French, and that's due to the trombone clasp that we found on the reverse, but also it has a real French style to it. It evokes the work of the Louis Rousselet company. However, I don't believe it is. It's possibly by another maker. So we can see that it's a flower in design, and it's detailed with these round pink glass beads which almost have a rose quartz type of look to them, and then the petals of the flower are detailed with a nacre or l'Essence-d'Orient, making them, which is a pearl-like sheen that was applied to pieces to make them look like pearls. So they're faux mother of pearl petals. I don't believe these are constructed from mother of pearl. It's a material, perhaps a metal, a celluloid, or a plastic, other type of plastic, which has been painted with a nacre of mother of pearl or a l'Essence-d'Orient on top of it. It's really interesting, really nicely constructed. We've got this lovely filigree backing here and the trombone catch too, which is indicative of a French piece. This is 1950s. I sourced this in France as well, in Dijon, so again this is indicative that it hasn't travelled far, and it's like it is most likely French in origin too. Next, let's move on to another necklace. This is a really fabulous example of Art Deco jewellery. It's a lovely, vibrant foil glass bead flapper necklace. The foil glass beads are right along its length, and it's lovely in construction. It's hand knotted. These are all original, and the foil glass beads are all in lovely, vibrant condition. This piece is most likely Italian, and it dates, as I mentioned, from the Art Deco era, 1920s. As you can see, it's a real sort of pop of colour on top of the white here that I'm wearing, but it would go with anything like a maxi dress for summer as well. The beads are lovely and elegant because they're graduated in size, and it's a great length too, as you can see. Next, my next piece dates from circa 1940. This piece is a flamingo and it's a fur clip. And I'm saying circa 1940 because it was inspired by the Duchess of Windsor and her famous Cartier flamingo fur clip. And she wore her flamingo fur brooch, Cartier flamingo brooch, in 1940 to the Duke of Windsor's birthday party. That's the first outing she gave to the piece, and it sparked a trend for other flamingo related pieces, flamingo related jewels. Yes, this is a really Wallis Simpson Duchess of Windsor inspired piece. It's just base metal, but it's detailed beautifully with shimmering paste stones in great condition and enamels, and we can see the flamingo doing as flamingos do, balancing on one leg. On the reverse here, you can see the prongs of the fur clip. This would make a great piece. You can see it works really well on the white as well. So this is a lovely late 1930s, early 1940s piece. My final piece today to share with you are these Francois Montague earrings. These earrings are constructed from gold-plated metal. They are most likely a later Francois Montague piece, so they date from the 1990s. They're detailed with resin beads in yellow and black, so they've got sort of almost like a bumblebee type look to them. And then we've got the typical reverse of Francois Montague pieces, these concentric circles just here on the clip backs. So I'll just pop them in so you can have a closer look at them. There you can see the design, and these earrings work fabulously. I'm sure you'll agree with this necklace too, and they are a nice pop of yellow, both working really well together. You can see that they frame the face really nicely. They've got this great sort of figure of 8 interlocking design, swirled design too, which is we see a lot used by the French Francois Montague company. So let's recap my pieces. We have these later 1990s Francois Montague earrings. We've got this Art Deco flapper necklace, sautoir foil glass bead necklace. This circa 1940 flamingo fur clip inspired by the Duchess of Windsor's brooch. We've got this 1950s milk glass and multicoloured flower glass bead cuff. We've got this fabulous French flower brooch dating from the 1950s. We've got this Jean Paul Gaultier 1990s rhinestone necklace. This Holbein sterling brooch dating from the 1940s. And then we have these Victorian gutta percha earrings. Thanks so much for joining me again, and I'll see you all very soon. Take care and bye-bye.